Now, remember when I said I was going to keep it short and to the point? Well, that starts now, really. I promise, because it's been 15 years and 6 toasts to the towns, and well, that's still crazy to me. And in the past, I've used this time to tell you all about the amazing things that TechTown and frankly, really our clients have done over the last year and how your support has made all of this possible. And I could definitely do that again this year. You know, last year I told you about one of our clients who opened up the first sit-down restaurant in Jefferson Chalmers in more than a generation. And this year, because the West Side is the best side, you've already seen one of our clients opening the first sit-down restaurant in the Joy Southfield neighborhood in over 20 years. You just saw her accept her People's Choice Award. Now, our shop program has had record attendance and their clients have record revenues. Our retail boot camp program has as well. It's been such a successful model that they're now doing it in Providence and Boston, and there are at least a dozen cities closer to home that are talking to us about how do they replicate that model here as well. We've intentionally built the most inclusive and representative professional services network and Ask an Expert programs in the country. Our tech clients are going out and raising money and getting customers and winning awards locally and globally. The co-working space at TechTown is packed to the gills. We have a waiting list for office and lab space upstairs. We're managing this amazing building to facilitate partnerships between industry and Wayne State University. We've got 2 new neighborhood workspaces in the pipeline, one in Southwest Detroit and the other over by the new FCA plant in partnership with Eastside Community Network. So there's a ton going on I could tell you about, and I just took a backhanded way of doing it, but with all that said, I want to zoom out just a little bit. You know, TechTown has grown from 20 people 5 years ago to about 50 today. And, you know, just this year we've added new programming like COACT, our nonprofit support center up on the boulevard, Detroit Urban Solutions, a smart city consortium and innovation district, and the Wayne State University Innovation Studio, which is a student entrepreneurship program that actually operates right here out of this building. And I get asked a lot about focus and mission creep. And, but what I can tell you is I am 100% incredibly confident that we have not strayed one iota from our mission. Our goal, our focus, our vision isn't about our tech work or our SWAT City program or our DTX program or RBC or frankly any of our programs. If a program isn't delivering results, we practice what we preach. We pivot, we tweak it. We're going to go find a more efficient use of our resources and a better way to help our customers and our clients. Our mission is clear. We are 100% focused on inclusive economic development in the city of Detroit. We're opening doors to opportunity and strengthening our economy, our neighborhoods, and our city. We're making sure that everyone gets to participate in the revitalization that is happening all around us. Economic development is what it's about. Economic development is about identifying your assets and using them more effectively and intentionally. And one of Detroit's most valuable assets is its talent. Now, I know you're thinking, did he just say talent? Because haven't we heard for years about the lack of talent in Detroit? Didn't Amazon just publicly out us as being devoid of talent? Aren't employers always complaining that they can't find the talent necessary to fill their high-skilled jobs? But I'm going to double down on that. Detroit is full of talent. But here's the rub. That talent doesn't always look like or sound like or have the characteristics or experiences or use the language or symbols or code words that Amazon expects. I don't think I'm saying anything revolutionary in this day and age when I point out that the models of professional behavior and success that we use are overwhelmingly white and young and male. And as a result, the filters we use to identify talent are created with the same lens. It's true, Detroit is not teeming with 25-year-old white dudes with bachelor's degrees in computer science from U of M, but Detroit is full of talent. This year, our small business clients are over 85% people of color, and they are 60% owned by women. Yeah. And we're not just talking about retail and service and restaurants. We're talking about tech. At TechTown, we teach a version of what's called lean startup. And long story short, a big part of that process is you take a hypothesis and you test it. So we teach this to our clients. Go out and ask your customer, do they really want X? Are they seeing a value from me in my product? Well, we had a hypothesis. We had a hypothesis that there was a ton of tech talent in Detroit that existing accelerators, including our own, were not meeting. So we tested it. You know, these programs, they meet during the day, so if you have a 9 to 5, you can't make them. There's no childcare, and they're offered in places with expensive parking. You have to be a college student or a college grad to get in. I mean, sometimes you just have to be in the right network to even hear about them in the first place. So we tried something new called Start Studio. It was held at night and on weekends with lots of flexibility to meet with your coaches on your schedule. You could bring your kids, we have free parking. We reached out intentionally to our networks all over the city. And guess what? Last month, we finished the pilot cohort of a dozen entrepreneurs with tech ideas and held a showcase right here on this stage. 90% of the entrepreneurs were people of color. 50% were women. 30% of these tech entrepreneurs had no bachelor's degree. 90% had another job. 50% were over the age of 35. 20% of them were over the age of 55. Most of them have kids. One of these women had 10 kids. Yeah, that's crazy. 10 kids. So you're telling me this woman with 10 kids, a full-time job, and a tech idea doesn't have talent? BS. What she doesn't have is access to the same opportunities because of the preconceived notions that we bring to our definitions of talent. This is our mission, ensuring that we can access all of this talent and connect it to opportunities and to resources and to the revitalization of our city. And this is my challenge to you. Stop accepting the conventional wisdom about Detroit. I get it. It's harder. It takes intentionality, but come and see for yourself. Don't expect talent or success in Detroit to look or sound or act like it does in New York, or like it does in Chicago, or like it does in the Valley. Clear your filters. Expand your definitions. Trust the results. Invest in Detroit.